Today, we are going to see the topic about Chapter 60 Charts in Microsoft Excel 2010. 2010 means what? Version of the software. First, let us see what are the learning objectives in this lesson. The components of a chart. Components means for what? Parts. And then how to create a chart, how to change a chart and text, and then print a chart, and then make different types of chart, changing chart style, resize and move your chart. These are our learning objectives in this lesson. First, in the last section, we are going to learn about for what, how to store the data in Microsoft Excel, and how to format the data, and how to using formula in Microsoft Excel. But in this lesson, we are going to learn about how to represent graphical representation of data and information. That means chart and graph. First, let us see introduction. Microsoft Excel 2010 is used for representing information in the form of numerical data. That means Microsoft Excel is used to represent the data in the form of numerical data. At the same time, you have to represent the numerical data in graphical format. Numerical data in graphical format. That graphical format is called as for what? Chart or graph. The graphical representation is called as for what? Chart or graph. Next, let us see components of a chart. Components means for what? Parts of a chart. There are 6 types of parts. What are they? Plot area, value axis, category axis, data points, chart area, and the legend. First, let us see what do you mean by plot area? Plot area means just marking area. That means that exact spot. Okay. Value axis means show on the chart. Axis, that means X side or Y side, this like. Category axis means X axis, Y axis. X axis value category means Y axis subcategory. And the next data points. Data points means for what? Ranges. Okay, data points means for what? Ranges. That means upper, level, lower ranges. It indicates for what? Points. Next, chart area. This is important area. Chart area means for what? Chart diagram. And then legend. What do you mean by legend? Just you have to represent chart name or x-axis name, y-axis name, and then category name, y-axis values. These are all for what? Legend. Suppose if we want to store the information, student detail means you have to give the name for student details. That student details means for what? Legend. Okay. Suppose if you want to place x-axis name means that x-axis is for what? Legend. Okay. Just legend means for what? Names. Okay. Names of the chart. Next, let us discuss about for what? Types of chart. There are 7 types of chart. What are they? Column chart, pie chart, bar chart, line chart, other charts, scatter chart, area chart. First, let us discuss about column chart. Sorry, pie chart. So this is for what? Pie chart. The pie chart displays data in a comparative manner. In a comparative manner. It includes the sizes of things that made up of data series. That made up of for what? Data series. So, a pie chart is a circular statistical graphics which is divided into slices. Which is divided into slices. That slices illustrate the numerical propositional value. So look in this picture. In this chart, you have to see red slice. This red slice, maximum value, and then orange slice, minimum, and then yellow slice, minimum. So you have to compare the values with using pie chart. Pie chart means for what? It is the circular graphical representation, and each slices having some data values. Next, let us see column chart. Column chart is used either to display data and to compare the different items. Column chart use vertical bar. So see here, this is for what? Vertical bar. Each bar looks like a vertical. Okay. At the same time, to show the comparison between categories. For what? Categories. So this is x-axis. This is y-axis. X-axis having for what? Some category name. Y-axis having for what? Values. Okay. So this category value is for what? This. This category value is for what? This. Okay. So column charts use vertical bar to show the comparison between categories. Okay. This is about for what? Column chart. Next, let us see bar chart. This is for what? Bar chart. Bar chart use horizontal bar. So look here, this is for what? Horizontal bar. Okay. To show the comparison between ranges. Okay, to show the comparison between for what? Category ranges. Okay. So look here, x-axis having for what? Ranges. Y-axis shows category values. Okay. So maximum column chart and pie chart similar or effectively same. But column chart displays vertical bar. Look here, vertical bar. But bar chart display horizontal bar. Bar chart display horizontal bar. At the same time, column chart y-axis having values, but bar chart x-axis value having values. Okay. So this is about for what? Bar chart. Next, let us see line chart. This is for what? Line chart. At the same time, this line chart most familiar one. This line chart most familiar one. A line chart displays changing trends in data at equal intervals. Okay. It represents the data in the form of different lines. Look here. It represents the data in the form of different lines and which vary the intervals, equal intervals. Okay. Suppose if you are watching cricket means in the cricket, okay, showing this map. On the time, two cricket players playing cricket, one cricket player got dislike score and another cricket player got dislike score. But actual run rate is for what? Dislike. So in this situation, we have to use line chart. Okay. So two cricket players are playing cricket. Okay. One cricket player got this score, another cricket player got this score, but run rate actual for what? This. Okay. This is about for what? Line chart. Next, let us see other chart. Other chart includes surface chart and then bubble chart, radar chart. This are all for what? Other types of charts. Okay. This is for one of the example for other chart. Next, let us see scatter chart. In the scatter chart, there is no bar, there is no line, there is no diagram. Okay, but here only represent for what? Plots. Only represent for what? Plots. Okay, so a scatter chart displays pair of values in a scatter format. Look here, this slide. Okay, pair of values, this slide. You have to see this slide. So this is for what? X-axis. This is for what? Y-axis. So first plot marks that plot in between 12 and 200. So this slide you have to mark the plots using scatter chart. Next, let us see area chart. This is one of the area chart example. An area chart displays the changes in values over a period or category. Okay, so area chart display the changes in values depends on the period, range or categories. Okay, this are all for what? Charts. Once again recall that there are 7 types of charts: column chart, pie chart, bar chart, line chart, others chart, scatter chart, area chart. Column, first pie chart. Pie chart figure is here. This is circular graphical representations. Each slices having some data ranges. Next column chart. Column chart use vertical bar to shows the comparison between categories. But column chart, x-axis having some categories, y-axis having some values. Bar chart. Bar chart use horizontal bar to shows the comparison between categories, x-axis having ranges, y-axis having for what? Categories. And the next one is for what? Line chart. Line chart changing the trends in data at equal intervals, and also it represents data in the form of different lines. Next, this is for other chart. This is one of the examples of other chart, but may include surface, bubble, and then radar. Next, this is for scatter chart. In the scatter chart, there is no line chart, bar, and then bar, line, and then pie. Okay. So here only for more for what? Plots only. So look here, plots. Okay. Next, area chart. The area chart displays the changes in values depends upon the periods or categories. That's all. I hope you have understand types of charts and then components of charts.